Good morning, guys. It's Tammy, and I am going to try to hold this iPad as still as I can. The Country Cottage just had another tag yesterday, and I thought it would be fun to answer her questions. So, number one was, what is your favorite pattern on baby clothes? And I guess I'm kind of whimsy. I like cute whimsy things. I love Winnie the Pooh. I love giraffes. Carter's have this new summer line out with little hens on it. I think they're really cute. Paddington Bear, Dumbo. I love clothes from the UK. So that's kind of the patterns I guess I tend to like. Number two, do you like using pacifiers and why or why not? Um, hmm. There's some of my magnetic, and then over here are more pacifiers. So I love pacifiers, but I don't always use them on my babies. Yeah, it's just another accessory that I think's cute, and so I do like them. And I've got a few clips. The elephant there that's draped over the changing table that actually has a pacifier on it. It's not a pacifier clip, but it so you don't lose it. Number three, what would be your ultimate silicone or reborn to purchase in the future? Oh my gosh. Well, one, I wanted the Marcus scalp that's long sold out forever. I've wanted him for a long time. And a few months ago, I found a lady on one of the Facebook groups that had him for sale, and he was actually a reasonable price. So I purchased him and sent him to my artist that did my Tacy over there in the little frog suit. And unfortunately, the lady had started to reborn him and she just used way too much blue on him. So Cece is presently trying to strip him down, and maybe by the end of July he might be ready. I told her no rush, but he was one of my dream babies. I would love to have one by a proto artist. I just don't like spending that much money, especially for a doll. Silicones, they interest me, but I really don't have an interest in getting one. They're just way too expensive for me personally. Um, I would love to have Princess Adelaide and Huxley. Those are two that I would really like to have right now. I really like the 3 month, the 21 to 23-inch babies. I like bigger babies better than preemie or newborn. Um, it's taken me a while to, kind of figure out and find out what I like and I dislike or don't like as well. So, number four, do you prefer vintage names or unique names for your reborns or a mixture? I tend to like more unique names and unusual names. My favorite reborn name that I've had was my very first, and I've sold her. She was the Priscilla Sculpt, and I named her Finley Brienne, and I still love that name. I don't know if I really should use it again or not, but I may have another Finley. And, I like a lot of the vintage names too. I love Sarah. I love Elizabeth. I have a baby right now named for my grandmother, which her name was Clara Ellen, and I love that name. So, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a mixture, but mostly unique. Number five, what is the channel you most recently subbed to? Well, my parents moved in their first home when I was 6 months old, and the neighbors next door were close. and they had 4 kids. Well, they had 3 kids when mom and dad moved there. And Kay was about 5 years old, and she still laughs and says that she would come over. Mom would put me in the high chair and sit me in front of the back door to look outside. And Kay would come over and say Kay, say Kay. And she swears that was my first words. And the entire family was very musical. Kay and Cindy did pageants. They were very pretty. Long story short, Kay ended up doing stand-up comedy. She was in the circuit for a long time. She's been on TV. She lived in New York. I'm proud to call her a good friend. We're still good friends. I love her to pieces, and I think Kay loves me too. She is now a funny motivational speaker, and she travels everywhere doing this job. And she has a YouTube channel. It's Kay Francis. I highly recommend you go check her out. I love Kay. She's funny. She tells great stories. But she's the last one that I just subbed to. Number 6. What do you scent your baby clothes with, if anything? Well, I use those Draft Blissfuls right here. And I also have some baby powder scent essential oils. And I always put a little bit of that on their diaper when I change them. 7. What do you love most about the hobby? Well, I love watching, sorry, I'm moving this all around. I love watching the box openings, and I love buying baby clothes. Who among us doesn't? And I have really enjoyed meeting people. I've met a few good friends since I've been doing this. So that's fun. I guess that's what I enjoy about the hobby. Number 8. Your 2 absolute favorite names in your reborn collection. Well, like I told you, I love Finley Brienne. She's not in my collection now, but she was my first. And Clara Ellen is very special. It was my grandma, so I'll say them. I have an Alexis by Casey Brace coming and a Vivian by Sandy Faber coming. And I don't have names for them yet, and they're going to be ready here pretty soon. I'm stumped. I just can't figure out their names. And my Marcus will be Brody Nash. I thought that was kind of cute, so that's his name. He's coming. Now, this is my number 9, but it was the cottage's number 10. So I listened again. I don't know how I messed up. But anyway, favorite expressions. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Favorite expressions real-born YouTubers use on their channel. Well, probably many of you know Nana and Papa. And she goes by Jeffrey63031. I really love her channel. She is the sweetest lady. And she always sends love and kisses and hugs. So I'm going to say that, you know, she's just so personable and so special. She's one of my favorites. Guys, my throat's dry all of a sudden, and I don't want to cough in your ears anymore. Thank you for putting up with my shaky video. And I have a couple of new subscribers. I want to welcome you and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Everyone have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.